in an old city bar that is never too far from the places that gather the dreams that have been. In the safety of night, with its old neon light, it beckons to strangers, and they always come in. And the snow, it was falling. The neon was calling. The music was low. And the night, Christmas Eve. And here was the danger, that even with strangers, inside this night, it was easier to believe. For it was into this bar that I happened to wander, to stare into a glass and my universe ponder. So I walked up to the counter, shook the snow off my coat. Then I ordered a whiskey that I used like a moat. But an old man soon joined me and asked if I knew the time. One word led to another, and somehow I didn't mind. Then he offered me a drink from a bottle beneath his coat, and he smiled, a little smile, as it trickled down my throat. And I felt myself relaxing here among these ghosts that failed. Then the old man topped my glass off and began this little tale. In the moments of our lives, both the joyous and the tragic, if the truth is to be told, we are all pursuing magic. And the magic that we seek, as we're sure you've discovered, can be found in certain places far more easily than others. In the sand beneath the Sphinx, in the dreams of candlelight. But the surest place of all is in the forgiving world of night, and of all the nights throughout the year that come and gently leave, none hold the dream of magic like the evening Christmas Eve. And so it's on this night, with its promise deep within, as the snow now starts to fall, our story does begin. The sound that he had heard was the ringing of the bells. But now inside that night, there were voices there as well.
In the middle of
After he had heard the prayer, the angel gently set it free and followed it to a father's child in a faraway city. And there, the girl in desperation was searching through the sky for a star that she could wish upon. But stars were in short supply, and the only light that she could see there shining all alone was the neon sign on an old city bar. And so on this, she wished she were home. Now every light can be a star. Just depends on where you are and the distance that you're looking past the places you've been and the dreams you've left behind and the dreams you've left within. As we do in life, will always end up touching others. And so from a fading neon star, somewhere shining in the night, we find a father far away, now reflecting in its light. And so with the story over, and our bottle nearly through, I asked, did this really happen? He swore every word was true. Then he said, I see you're puzzled, for your mind tells you to doubt me, that my story can't be true. But your heart says it might be. He then asked that it entertain me, and I admitted it had charm. Then he said, perhaps you have learned something, or worse, I've done no harm. Then he rose up from his chair and said, it is time that he should leave. But may God keep you and protect you this and every Christmas Eve. Then he left through the front door, and I ran out to ask him back, but he was already gone. And stranger still, he left no tracks. So I walked back to my home, recalling all I'd heard and seen. And for the first time since my childhood, that night, I dreamed a Christmas dream. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Mwah.